and welcome to the 887,000th attempt at making this single video. This is a game called District 3. It's essentially a attempt at a Half-Life roleplay server. It is excellent quality. I personally love it. I'm a part of the group, and it is a marvelous group if the people that were rebelling would stop revolting against the Combine every 3 milliseconds. As you can see by my poor draw distance up there, there are little red blips running around. Those are rebels. Look, 2 more have arrived. If you're wondering why my draw distance is low, it's because my settings are on the absolute lowest. Otherwise, my potato of a PC, or laptop, will die if I try to join another server. This server can actually be run on my laptop pretty well, and I think I'm about to be murdered by a Combine trying to shoot a rebel up ahead. Oh, they're holding that gate pretty well. And for the 876,000th time, Vertigo Gate is being blockaded by rebels. Yippee. Anyway, about this server. It is a very nice server when it is nice and quiet and roleplay can actually happen, and if you're not beaten to death by 57 recruits that just joined in and discovered they have a baton in their inventory. That is a sad true story. If you get a lot of recruits, keep your eye on the CMB tab here in the player tab. Otherwise, if you see like 50 recruits joining, run and hide somewhere where they can't get, because you will be dead in about 5 minutes if they find you. Anyway, simple tutorial here for new players. I know this is very disheveled and disorganized. I do not write scripts for anything because I hate reading off of a script. But the simplest part of this is that there are 2 factions, Civilian and Rebel. Not Civilian and Rebel, good lord, let's see, you can already tell I'm not on a script. Civilian and Combine. The Combine has 2 pseudo-factions, which are the Civilians, or Citizens, and the Rebels, of which are red-named traitors and stuff there that are currently holding Vertigo Gate. It is spooky. I wonder how many... Oh my god, why is there not a judgment waiver? That is a lot of rebels. I'm gonna have to find a safe interior space to actually carry out the rest of this video, or there's gonna be a rebellion. Or I'm just gonna not be a rebellion. There is a rebellion going on right now. That is the only issue with this server in particular, or this game. People will buy the weapon game passes and constantly ruin everything, and sit there and instead of actually, you know, doing everything the way that it was intended to, they'll just go around rebelling constantly, killing every Metro cop they come across, and yeah, it's actually very annoying to deal with. However, if you catch the game at a great time and there's no rebellion, it can be quite a fun game. Like myself, I am one of these guys right here, an 04 ground unit. I can't really go into what that really means. It's just a rank that's achieved in the group. But yes, as people can see and probably have noted by now, I have a lot of weapons down here, and I have armor. Those are Game Pass SMG, Game Pass USP, OCIW, and Medkit, as well as armor, the heavy armor Game Pass. And I do not recommend purchasing Game Passes. At least not yet, until they add a way for Game Pass equipment to be given or taken in the game, like another group has. It's not exactly a great situation. So, the most basic thing that I can do to explain a situation in the server is to explain the most basic feature of the server. The ID card, which I have neglected to mention up until this point. The ID card is a really vital asset for Combine, Civilian, and Rebel forces. though Rebels have no need of it because their name is bright red and they wear different clothing, as you can see by the 32,000 bright red blobs on my, there. Rebels have their name permanently red. They get, I think it's like 5 or 6 lives, so they could be killed 5 or 6 times before they are bumped back into being a citizen. Rebels spawn in a sewer underneath the factory here, which this is the factory. And they have a sewer line that runs across the entire map. Anyway, ID card, since I digress easily. The most basic thing is that Metro Police and other Combine forces will come up to you and say, apply, in game chat. And something that I had to learn painfully was that apply means to pull out the ID card, like this. I don't know how you would do it on mobile, but on PC it's as simple as pressing 1, or pressing the ID card there. Now the ID card is vital here because of this colored strip. They don't care about your name, your picture, or these numbers, it's the color of the strip that matters. When you're at Border, which Border is the train station on this map. One second, I'm going to actually run there, but explain while I go. If you're at Border, before you've entered the city, your card will be white. I'll actually just show it. I'm not sure I want to because I don't think there's any Metro cops at the border to let me through the legal route. Yeah, considering there's a rebel that just came out of there, the Metro cops are dead. But this is the border building. Oh, the door is wide open. So before you come through this part of the border, your card, that green strip on my card, will be white. You would then come through this line, where an officer would apply you to see the card. Then, they would tell you to move along or something, and you would just walk straight through here, and you'd be into the city, and then you'd have a green card. However, in here, this vent right up there is one of the 2 illegal ways into the city, which, if you come illegally into the city, this strip will not be green or white, it will be red. So I showed the white, the one of the 2 there, and the other one is right there. Inside the civilian spawn on the other side of this border here, which I'm going to run to now, even though it's slow as shit. Part of my language for swearing, but it is genuinely slow. It is at least visible from the sky bridge here in the train station. Anyway, this is the civilian spawn, and people spawn down there. And you run through that door, and you go right to come up here to the legal border, but you can go left around, and there's some boxes down there. Right there. You jump onto the boxes and up and over the fence, and then you go there, and there is a doorway right there that you can see that leads to the illegal border. It has a vent access that leads you to one of the 2 vents that I showed previously. That guarantees entry into the thing even if the border is unmanned, or the door is closed at border and unmanned. In this instance, some Metro cop left the door open and was killed. As such, they have not been able to close and lock it down yet. Simple thing for people who are not new to Half-Life, this is a health station, obviously it says that. It replenishes your health. Now, armor is a very rare thing in this game, and this is your armor station. To actually use the armor station, you must have 100 health, or the armor station will deny you access to the armor. It was a balancing feature they added in. So, anyway, that's the very simple thing about the server, with the ID cards. I have been purposely neglecting the constant rebellion over there. I have no interest in that right now. Anywho, the server is relatively simple. It has 2 types of jobs for civilians, and Combine literally just post to different places in the map. They have patrols and posts, but no one ever really follows a patrol sector. They mostly follow where they're posted. So officers can be posted to the terminal building here, which means that there has to be around 3 officers manning the border checkpoint. Here, you'll usually have an officer standing here, an officer standing in this general area, and an officer standing in this general area. The officer at this door is to apply citizens, see the color of the stripe on their card, and then tell them to move along. This officer, if he's standing here, will just stay here, or if he's in this doorway, he will move out of the way and return to his position for everyone that is applied. So you have this whole situation, and I'm probably going to be killed because he now seen that the door is open. But you have this whole situation where you have that, and then you have the oh, he's actually moving on. You have the legal and illegal border entries. The 2 illegal entries, as I've shown, are this vent and the vent on the interior. That dude probably came from illegal. Yep. But, yep, as you can see, Metro Cops aren't really that invincible, especially if they are a low-ranking office member. For the sake of balance, the officers unlock weapons and armor as they rank up. However, as I said, the officers will have patrols and posts. They almost never post to the plazas here. And there you got to see what happens to most Metro Cops in any given moment on the server. It's just constant rebellion. This way is the actual Combine spawn. They spawn inside of a protected area. As you can see, there's an officer right there, and I'm probably going to get killed. Oh, there's quite a few officers there. Where that name is their spawn building. My draw distance is set too low. Oh, son of a... I'm out of here. Yeah, general rule of safety is if there are police around, or Metro Cops, pull out your card. They will tell you to hold it, stop moving, and stuff like that. Ooh, scavenger. Oh wow, I actually get tokens from that. Huh. I did not know that. That's the first time I've been able to scavenge something in this map. So anyway, as it now apparently seems, there will sometimes be these little piles of garbage in the streets that you can press E on and scavenge them. And that will give you tokens. Tokens are kind of your in-game currency. Civ points also boost how many tokens you get. But there are 2 or 3 jobs that I know of for a fact. The first job is actually right in here. Oops, sorry. This is a building called Ration House, because it has rations inside, ration dispensers inside of it. But this is the first job. It is a simple delivery job. You click the button, you confirm it, and then you sit there and you look at the arrow and be disappointed at how far it's telling you to go away from the delivery building. I believe this is one to the other side of the map, so I might actually get a chance to show off a bit more of the map in this video. As you can see, the giant blue arrow above my head tells me where I'm going. If I go this way, I can look there, but it's easiest just to remain in third person. This is the factory district. Combine can come through that gate. That also leads up to their spawn point. It is a restricted sector, as stated by the giant red words above it that said restricted sector. That leads into the sewers. There's a manhole that leads to the sewers. I'm lagging a bit. Ouch. Because the game is loading the next chunks of the map. Oh, I see it's sending me all the way down to the rebel manhole at this end. Another fantastic time to show off the sewer system. And for this job, you literally just walk up here, press E, and your job is done. You receive 3 civilian points and like 35 or so tokens. It's a very slow process, but it works. Henceforth, you can see why I'm not, you know, rich, because civ points. But Uh, Beyond that, there is another job, the factory job, the job I hate the most, considering it is almost half broken for me. Either that or I'm just a blind fool. Probably the blind fool part, because some people seem to have no issue with it. It's just me that I know of, which is right inside the factory right here. And there's like 50 rebels there. Yippee. Those rebels have the IQ of a fucking monkey. Pardon my language. But the factory job here, you get 15 tokens per weapon. You come here, you pick a table. It says make a PMG. Okay, so this is already going to be broken. Then you would left click this, E to interact, frame, barrel. This is the part that gets me with the PMG. I have no clue where the next part of the PMG is because it just says frame and barrel. I can make a SPAS, I can make a shotgun, a USP, and an SMG, but I have no clue where the third part of the PMG is. To this day, I still haven't discovered it. This is so annoying. But yeah, essentially that's the job. You just click there and pray that you don't get a PMG or an RPG, because for some reason they just don't work. There are like 3 combine there. Currently an officer is being killed because that is magical here. This is what happens. So you have those 2 jobs there. It's very slow to build up tokens and stuff, which tokens are used for the purchasing of weapons. Wow. This is actually quite special. Well, now that I've done this half of it, I can show a bit of the Combine stuff as a little haha here. It's not that, it's a menu. Takes you back to the menu in like 5 seconds. You get sent here. You go to the main menu. You join the group, you get a part of the Combine, you don't be a fool, you do your job. Then you get the glory of spawning in here. Now I have a reason to pull out my SMG and not get killed for it. And so now as a Metro Cop here, I'm an 04 ground unit. And being a Metro Cop really bites. There's the field officer. You can see the Combine actually have a radio. Now, there is no way, even with 100 health and 100 armor, that I would survive the endless onslaught of 57,000 civilians, all revolting at once. Like that, you just get killed by shotguns. Shotguns are kind of the insane cheat weapon of the world. There's like 3 weapons that are completely overpowered. That's the shotgun, the RPG, and the crossbow. All of them should be removed from the game. Or at least made a lot harder to get. course we've lost Combine. At this point, the entire server has devolved into pure anarchy. There are like 10 rebels, which by this point would warrant the Judgment Waiver. Oh, Judgment Waiver. Yeah, sorry for the fast spinning if you're motion sick or whatnot. I saw that. Oh yeah, and that's also why life sucks, because you just get gunned down by every Joe Schmo in the world. Just gonna quietly watch this. I mean, the video's already getting a bit long here. I mean, I'm at 21 minutes. It's already going to be about 2 gigabytes. I pretty much figure for every 20 minutes of footage, it's about 1.5 gigabytes. Yeah, it's just a nightmare. When people actually play the game without constantly rebelling, it is genuinely fun. But if you are a Combine and that's the fate of all the people who play Combine. Say hi, rebel scum. You're in a video. And these guys are. Game Pass. Sorry, no camp on SMG. I'm not dumb. I ain't opening the gate. No. There is only sadness back here. Now the trick is to stand like this far back from the gate so you don't get instantaneously killed by our RPG! Nothing but sadness here. Lots of sadness. Not even cookies. Cookies. Well, he died. Probably older than you, boyo. Ah, Mr. Gogley. I have not forgiven you or forgotten you. Because it's primarily US EST. Because it's 3 AM where you are doesn't mean it's 3 AM where the rest of us are. Haha, I secured that pistol before you guys. Now we get to see a, And now everyone gets to witness how I die in literally 3 milliseconds. Like I said, 3 milliseconds. That is just uncharacteristically normal. How do we lure 2 of them out? Oh no. This is either going to be really good or really bad. Send. Oh, Judgment Waiver would be so useful right now. Autonomous Judgment Waiver would be even more fun. We actually have a small militia. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? You think we're okay? I keep getting 2 hit with spats and I have full health and armor. as a unit. Having to itch my head is not an opportune. This is not an opportune time to have an itch. Shit. That's. Oh, finally got a lockdown. Oh, and I'm dead. Oh, great, that citizen now has a gun. See, that's why it sucks to play the Combine. Because no matter how hard you try, there will always be pain and suffering. Well, everybody, I'm gonna sign off right now, because this video's getting way too long. Already at 31 minutes. Alright, see ya.